Hey, do you want more blowjobs? I've discovered a step-by-step system to get head from women on command. It works on wives, girlfriends, and even on women you just met. In fact, if you follow these steps, you can turn any girl you know into your own personal blowjob junkie who can't wait to get on her knees every chance she gets. It doesn't matter if she's shy or a good girl. It doesn't matter if she said she doesn't like it or treats giving you head like a chore. It doesn't even matter if she's never blown you before, because this sequence activates 3 sexual triggers in the female mind to get her tugging on your zipper with a hungry look in her eyes and a naughty smile on her lips. Now, for most guys, the female mind is a mystery, but not because women are complicated, but because women must keep their sexual nature locked up like a bank vault, which keeps you confused and frustrated when it comes to getting the blowjobs you want and truly deserve. Now, I need to warn you, there are a lot of prudes out there who are offended by this, and angry feminists who hate men and don't want you to know what I'm about to teach you. This is a short training video, and it will change your life. So take advantage of this opportunity and watch the whole thing, because you are minutes away from learning a proven tactic to program a woman's mind so that making you come with her mouth becomes her new passion in life. In fact, she'll become obsessed with giving you the best blowjob you've ever had every time she gets on her knees. You'll also learn the most common mistake, which completely kills her desire to go down on you. If your wife or girlfriend has stopped giving you great blowjobs, you are probably making this mistake. But once fixed, you will instantly rekindle the fire and make her hungry for your manhood once again. And at the very end, I'm going to share a backdoor secret to make her love deep throating, facials, and any other kinky thing you want. And this simple 3-step sequence not only works for me, it has already worked for a private test group of over 300 guys I taught it to, who are now getting the best head of their lives whenever they want. Now, you might be wondering, who is this bastard that claims he can make any woman love sucking cock like her life depended on it? Well, since I'm already getting a ton of hate mail for making this video, I have to protect my identity a little bit. But my name's Brian, and I'm a regular guy in my 30s with regular looks. I grew up in the Midwest, and I like beer, baseball, and of course, blowjobs. Except I have officially cracked fellatio Fort Knox. And just like the combination to a safe, once you know the sequence, you can crack open a woman's mouth anytime you want. Over 10 years ago, I set out to find the key to unlock unlimited blowjobs. And because of this discovery, I've unintentionally found myself in a sort of teacher role to men from all backgrounds, ages, and walks of life, showing you how to live the sex life of your dreams, whether you're single and play in the field, or you have one special girl in mind. Now, let me be clear. If you're not getting the type of oral action you truly want, it's not because of your looks or your bank account. It's not because there's something wrong with your dick. And it's definitely not because you're just unlucky. I'll show you in just a minute why it's not your fault, and you're definitely not alone. Now, sure, it can be frustrating knowing there are guys out there getting more top-notch oral service than they can handle, but let's face it, any guy who knows this secret has zero motivation to share the knowledge, but I do. Because it's my mission to help guys going through the same struggles I went through. So to help you make sense of this system and to learn its secret to make any woman excited to open her mouth and invite you in, I need to tell you an embarrassing personal story. But the information you'll learn is going to get you more blowjobs than you ever dreamed. Now, a while back, I was laughing about old times with my buddy Dave at a local bar. A news story came on the TV about the economic recession. He looks down into his beer and says, "Recession? Man, I'm in a blowjob depression." I laughed so hard I couldn't breathe. But then I looked up and saw he was really depressed. Now, Dave has been my best friend since my first job out of college. He's crazy smart, stays in shape, and makes multiple 6 figures. And he's got a smoking hot wife. So I was surprised to hear him complaining about his sex life. I did my best to keep a straight face and asked him, "What's going on?" Well, talking about our younger days had reminded him of all the hot chicks he hooked up with in college and all the awesome blowjobs he used to get. He finally settled down with Sandra, who was a girl he met his senior year. And I asked him, "Hey, weren't you always bragging about how Sandra gave amazing head?" He said, "Yeah, but she's changed. But nowadays, she only went down on him a few times a year at best. And on those rare occasions, he could tell she wasn't into it. He almost had to beg her only for her to act like she was doing a chore just to shut him up. The sad truth is, this is normal for most men. A lot of guys struggle to even get blown by new girls they date. And trust me, I've been there. Now, I can't say I exactly felt sorry for him. See, when we were younger, I was secretly jealous of Dave because he was popular and blessed with good looks. So he naturally got a lot of female attention. Me, I've always been more of a quiet thinking type of guy, which made it harder for me to hook up with girls. In fact, during my entire college experience, I was a complete dud. After bitterly looking back at all the opportunities with girls I missed out on, I had to face reality and figure out how to get what I wanted from women. Now, I've always been obsessed with getting head from girls. I mean, as a teenager, I remember sitting in class, looking at the cute girls and imagining naughty things, and just wishing there was a way to skip the flowers and sweet talk and just get my young wiener between their pretty pink lips. And I haven't changed. To this day, nothing is better to me than a mouth hug from a hot girl. But I used to think I had to get lucky if I wanted a BJ. I never imagined there could be an actual code to get head on command. It took a string of tough dating experiences and tons of trial and error to uncover it. Now, I won't bore you with every detail, but you'll need a quick rundown of key lessons I learned to guarantee yourself sloppy head from sexy women whenever you want. First, there was Laura, my only girlfriend in high school. She was a total nympho, just not with me. I was timid and I didn't know how to set the mood without fumbling, so we didn't fool around much. I didn't realize that the whole time she was running around blowing other guys. And when I found out, I felt like I was the good guy and she was the bad girl. Years later, I finally learned that every girl likes to get naughty. And if I don't give her the chance to do it with me, she's going to get bored and think about other guys. I actually struggled for over a decade to figure out how to satisfy women. Now, you might be thinking, hey, blowjobs are for my satisfaction. And that's exactly what I thought, which is why I struggled to get them consistently. I might have never gotten the lesson through my thick skull if someone hadn't yelled it out loud and clear. See, years later, I was hanging out with some friends one night when one of the girls I barely knew drunkenly proclaimed that sucking rocks. That's her words. Well, everyone laughed and looked at her strange, but I made a mental note. It was like spotting a mythical creature in the wild, which I had been hunting for years. I'd always hoped girls like this existed, but never had met one until then. So when I ran into her a week later, I invited her to smoke weed back at my place. It was the best excuse I could think of. Now, after we got high, I brought up her oral fixation, and she gave me a timid but pleasant blowjob. But when I tried to talk to her a few days later, she acted aloof, and I had no clue what I did wrong. And that almost pissed me off more than if nothing had gone down between us at all. See, I had finally gotten some lucky head, and I should have been happy, but I still didn't know what I did wrong to make her never want to do it again. I had unknowingly destroyed a girl's desire to give me head. Now, there were more examples of this exact same pattern, but here's the point. All these girls lost interest because I made critical, hidden mistakes. And some even started out loving oral sex, but eventually quit. And I finally figured out why, which I'm about to explain, so keep watching. See, it became painfully obvious that I had no control over my sex and dating life. I mean, sure, I had a few lucky encounters, but even those I would still run into the ground. I wanted more, but I hated guessing. I hated having to think so hard about women. I wanted a solid game plan I could repeat anytime to hook a girl ASAP and keep her oral appetite strong as long as I wanted. See, these small glimpses of success convinced me I could figure this out, so I became even more focused and motivated. Long story short, I spent several years devoted to figuring this out. I became a mad scientist, researching, experimenting, and taking notes, finding powerful hacks to have a girl craving my in her warm, wet mouth. And I finally knew I cracked the code one night at a bar in the Lincoln Park neighborhood of Chicago when I met a thin Latina with wavy hair and huge natural tits. I talked to her for maybe 10 minutes before I had her on her knees in the alley around the corner. And from then on, she'd stop by after work 2-3 times a week just to suck me off. That feeling of absolute certainty that I was about to enjoy a passionate, sloppy, wet, gagging blowjob was the most confident and exciting feeling I'd ever known. It felt like pure power. She'd come in and hug me while placing her hand on the bulge in my jeans, moan hungrily, and then gently push me onto the couch. She'd put a pillow down, drop to her knees, and get to work. She even started bragging about me to the girls at her office job, convincing 2 of them to come over with her just so they could share me. Here's a screenshot I saved of an actual text she sent. Okay, you can see here, this is her in the blue. I just told Joanna about her and I sucking you off, and she's down, smiley face. And then me, damn, that would be so f***ing hot. You can slap each other with it. Alright, so I'm getting a little crazy here. And she says, oh, you just made us blush and giggle like little schoolgirls, LOL. And then here's me, haha, sexy little women. Wish I was there. And then she says, we do too, winky face. Okay, back to the story. I eventually moved out of Chicago, but ever since then, I've trained dozens more women to be my own personal blowjob queens, all on autopilot. But like any scientific system, the next step was independent validation of the method. My guy friends noticed all the new girls coming over to my place almost every day of the week, and they kept asking me how the hell I did it. So I put all my notes together into a simple, organized structure and typed it up into a guide. It was an early draft of what I'm about to share with you. Now remember the feeling of power I mentioned when the big Latina came over? Before I emailed my system to my friends, I decided to give it an official name, the BJ Power Play. My buddy James was married in his late 30s, and as you can guess, the blowjob train had slowed to a stop. But 2 weeks after he read that first draft of my system, he had his woman going down again, only this time with more gusto than ever. Another friend, Malik, had been with his girlfriend for just over a year. She sometimes gave him head before sex, but never because she wanted to. Well, the first night he used my system, she was the one who enthusiastically initiated the best BJ he ever got. He actually called me the next morning yelling with excitement. Some guys have a girl from their past, a naughty angel who gave mind-blowing head. Well, Malik turned his current girlfriend into that girl. Now, a few other friends were bachelors who used my system to get new girls hooked on the diet plan within days of meeting them. Now, there were bumps along the way, but each guy gave me feedback to help refine the BJPP system. BJPP stands for BJ Power Play. So that's how I got this system to be deadly efficient and completely foolproof. In fact, we all got so good, my friends began referring me to other men who were struggling, many of whom offered me money because they assumed I was charging for such valuable information. And don't get me wrong, I gladly took the money, but I realized how much I enjoy helping other men succeed with women. It made my years of struggle much more satisfying. I mean, sure, it was great to finally fix the women and blowjobs issue for myself, but to see other men's lives improve convinced me to do this for a living. Now you can have this for yourself. In fact, it's pretty easy once you know a few things. If this is possible, why doesn't every man know about it? Okay, have you ever heard of Ignaz Semmelweis? I'm guessing you haven't. He was a doctor who lived in the 1800s who discovered why so many mothers died after giving birth in hospitals. Can you guess the reason? Doctors. That's right. Back then, no one knew about bacteria, so doctors were accidentally infecting these poor women. His solution? Wash your hands before touching your patients. Well, it sounds crazy, but doctors and scientists responded with ridicule and scorn, instead of just putting their hands under a faucet for 10 seconds. Semmelweis actually went insane and died alone in an asylum. But after he died, Louis Pasteur rediscovered germs and Semmelweis finally got some credit. Now, did those doctors and scientists want to kill their patients? Of course not. And doctors were actually offended by the accusation that they were killing their patients because of something invisible. New ideas are usually met with doubt and denial. So what does this have to do with you getting more blowjobs? Consider this. Common sense and conventional wisdom can sometimes be worse than wrong. It can be the very thing hurting your results with women. It can be the invisible factor destroying your ability to hook up with hot girls and keep them anxious to please you with passionate tongue action. Listen, there are basically 3 groups of people who feed you lies about women. The first group of liars are guys who already get a lot of head. They obviously have a good reason for misleading you. A guy that has a natural gift with chicks won't give you helpful advice. Instead, he brags in vague terms, making it sound like women are magically drawn to him. Or says useless things like, "You just gotta be confident." Yeah, thanks, dude. See, he isn't better or smarter than you. Typically, he had a couple experiences with girls at a young age and merely stumbled onto some things that worked for him. He sticks with those things while honing his technique until he's a natural. Now, the second group of liars are women. Women hide what really makes them enjoy sucking but they have their reasons. First, women play the good girl role to avoid getting labeled as easy or dirty. But they also need to test you to see if you know the truth, despite her act. It seems unfair, but this filters out men who would be bad lovers. Just like you screen for a pretty face and a nice body, she screens out losers, and then chooses between two types of guys. First, a guy that gets it, i.e. a natural like I just described, or a nice guy provider type. She'll readily get on her knees for the first kind of guy, but she'll tell the other type of guy to be romantic, sweet, and to do nice things to get her approval. But when you do, she sees you as a puppy dog to cinch a leash around your neck, taking you for granted and making you chase and play games, all while you struggle to get some satisfaction. And the whole time, she's fantasizing about blowing the first type of guy. But here's the good news. I'm going to show you how to get all the blowjob love naturals get without changing your personality. See, naturals tend to have their way with women simply because they don't believe the lies of the third group, the media. Movies, TV, news, and even porn have all been brainwashing you to think you need to be alpha, buff, charming, super hung, wealthy, etc. to get the girls and sex life you really desire. Let's start with the man-hating modern feminists that have infiltrated every aspect of society. And they preach about sex as if it's something bad men do to women. They are jealous of women who are sweet, feminine, and enjoy sex. These angry women have hijacked our society for the past century. They exert immense influence over government, education, business, and most importantly, the media. Through film, the quote-unquote news, and TV, and even your Facebook feed. Think about it. Anytime a guy likes a girl on TV, he's portrayed as either a timid doofus or a horny sleazeball. And women are portrayed as smart, strong, and independent, yet innocent, pure little damsels, rolling their eyes and mocking a man when he shows interest. This message sneaks through every time we turn on the TV or read articles online. These feminazis brainwash women into feeling ashamed for their natural desire for dick, as long as it's attached to a guy who can make her feel 3 emotional triggers, which you'll learn when I share the 3 tips I promised you. Now, whether you're single or in a relationship, you probably feel like women take work. You are making an effort, but you're not getting the results you want. So I'm going to show you an easier way that is also fun, fast, and so incredibly effective, your woman will be bragging to her girlfriends about how lucky she is to suck your cock. Now, what if your woman used to give you blowjobs before, but doesn't anymore? It's because of something called the present problem, which sounds weird, but it's actually an easy fix to get her going down again. So let's get into how to fix all this so you can get the oral service you really want and deserve. Let's get into the 3 tips I promised. Before now, you may have believed your fantasies could never happen in real life. And that's what I thought until a couple years ago. So some of this might sound shocking or hard to believe, but only if you've never experienced it for yourself. First, remember that there are guys getting the kind of head you want. They are getting different results because they are doing different actions. And they are doing different actions because they understand some things that you do not. First, you must face the hard truth. The man has control over how the woman sees oral sex. But women cannot and will not admit this out loud because they must test you to see if you already know this secret. Many men struggle to get sexual satisfaction because they don't know this fact. The rare men in the inner circle won't tell you because they want the whole pie for themselves. And the media won't show you because they profit by keeping you frustrated. Now, years ago, I questioned my assumptions and asked, what if all women already have the potential to love blowjobs as much as you? I thought, what if there's a way to make her not just enjoy it, but worship your cock and crave your cum? Then I discovered some almost forgotten scientific studies on female sexuality from decades ago, as well as brand new research coming out that no one was talking about. Remember, I was already getting much better results with women than the average guy, so much so that men were paying me thousands just for coaching. So when I looked at these studies, I saw connections the average guy probably wouldn't notice. And I realized that what makes a woman love or hate a sexual experience is the meaning of the act. Meaning is how you think about a thing or an event. In other words, it's all in her mind. Let's use an example from the world of fine art. We've all seen those abstract paintings that look like a child threw paint on a canvas. But people will pay thousands to hang it on their wall because of their ideas about it. Ever notice how sometimes before sex, women ask, "What are you thinking about?" or "How do you feel about me?" She wants to know what you think the meaning is so you can define it for her. You've probably heard women say they want meaningful sex, but this doesn't mean she wants lovey-dovey, sappy romance. See, whether it's a blowjob or any intimate encounter, women are turned on or off by the story about the act, why it's happening, and what it means to you. This is why women prefer romance novels, which are stories, over typical porn videos. In porn, you see the woman on her knees sucking some random dick without a face. There's no meaning, just the act. But in a romance novel, the woman desperately drops to her knees for the mysterious knight, or the troubled artist, or the tough private eye with a good heart, to reach him emotionally, because that's how she gets her pleasure. But she enjoys it most because of her thoughts about it and the emotions those thoughts trigger. And that's what I mean by meaning. Now, there are 3 triggers you will use to create meaning for her, so she becomes obsessed with pleasuring you with her mouth better and better every time. The 3 triggers are power flux, framing, and inclusion. Don't worry, these are just technical words for simple concepts that are easy to apply. Like I said, some guys use 1 or 2 of these triggers unconsciously, but not all 3, and definitely not on purpose like you will. Now, the first tip has to do with power flux. If you have a wife or girlfriend that stopped giving you blowjobs or never even started, odds are you made 2 common mistakes. First, you probably weren't responding in a way that turned her on. More on that in a second. The second mistake guys make in relationships is that they let the woman get the idea that she's got you locked down and doesn't have to worry about losing you. Now, you may not realize this because she's not going to come out and say, "Hey, I'm the boss now." And it's normal to relax once you settle down with a girl. But if you're less dominant, she'll feel less submissive. And she might feel like you've lost your edge, or what psychologists call influential authority. And when you regain authority, she will want to get on her knees for you. Now, the next step is to build her sense of power when she does. That might sound strange because she's the one kneeling, but she'll actually feel like she's in control during a blowjob, which will be incredibly exciting for her if she sees you as dominant the rest of the time. And this is what I mean by power flux. Now, the cool thing about power flux is you can build her confidence quickly because she sees you as the authority. So now when you express your pleasure, she believes you, but also feels challenged to improve her skills even more. Now, you may not have realized many women avoid blowjobs just because they lack confidence. Now, I'll tell you more on how to fix this later. Now, you should never, ever beg for head or try to talk her into it. Or worse, give gifts or do favors hoping she'll get the hint. This actually kills her desire to go down on you. And even if she does, both of you will see it as a chore and a barter, because that's how you told her to see it. What if instead you could lean back, relaxed and proud as she feasts on her favorite meal, and she felt excited and proud to have the privilege of serving you? So let's get into the second tip, which is all about framing. Growing up, I had a buddy who was a natural player. I'll call him Devin. And he was notorious for getting girls to suck him off anytime, any place. In his car, at the park, even in the high school bathroom. Now, we've stayed in touch over the years, so I asked for his input on all this blowjob stuff. He said, first of all, she shouldn't be surprised when you want head. She should already know what's up. This was interesting because he's actually talking about a psychology concept called personality consistency. If you act a certain way from the start and don't change, she will follow your lead. See, we all have a sensitive radar for inconsistency in behavior because it signals bad intentions, dishonesty, or both. And when her inconsistent alarm goes off, she gets creeped out. Do you know a guy that always jokes with women in a sexual way? Now, do they get offended or do they just sigh and say, oh, that's just how he is? But if a guy who's polite and proper tries to get sexual, women might act offended, but they are really just creeped out because their inconsistency alarm is going off. So you must tell women what kind of guy you are from the get-go. Another thing Devin said was girls try to run their own game by acting like they're doing you a favor just by talking to you. But you can't let her play that. Chicks like more than they let on, so you gotta treat it like it's her trophy. Now this is great because Devin is talking about how women take control of the frame and how you can take it back. You need to immediately set the frame that it's her privilege to put your dick in her mouth. If that sounds weird, think about this. If you suck on a woman's breast, don't you feel privileged? She's the one getting stimulated and pleasured, yet you might feel like you are getting something. Almost like her body is a gift or reward from her to you. And in the same way, your cock can be a gift to her. The difference is you can see a nice set of tits and get turned on without seeing the woman's face or knowing her as a person. A woman can love how a dick looks and feels, but only when she feels connected to the man it's attached to. This is why it's possible for her to feel like she's receiving a gift when she puts your cock in her mouth. So you need her to go down within the right frame, which is super easy because it all comes down to timing. If you show sexual interest before she thinks she earned it, you lower the value of your dick. This is why a woman won't give her number out until after some conversation. She wants to think her personality won you over instead of you just being horny. If you give away the trophy before the game, the trophy has no meaning. Remember that word? You will use the tactics in the BJ power play sequence to easily create a ramp of bait and reward. So your cock will be like a gift from Santa on Christmas morning, and she'll cherish the chance to play with her new toy. And now that she's on the blowjob diet plan, you can use tip 3 to train her to give you head just the way you like it. Deep throating, swallowing, facials, dirty talk, whatever you like, by using a powerful psychological technique called inclusion to turn blowjobs into a bonding activity between you and your woman. Which is perfect if you use the power play sequence on your wife or girlfriend, because she already loves you and feels close to you. But you can also use this with a girl you just met. And crazy as it sounds, turn oral sex into a shortcut to make her fall in love with you. Because the better she makes you feel, the more fulfilled she feels. And the happier you make her with your cock. Now this might sound strange to us guys, but women are givers by nature. Psychologically, women have more of what's called empathy. That's why there are more female teachers, social workers, healers, secretaries, and nurses. Women can sense other people's feelings more than men, which makes them more caring. In fact, she'd rather please you as long as it brings you closer together. You actually owe it to her to teach her exactly how to please you so she can feel happy and satisfied. Whether it's a casual fling or a 30-year marriage. It's every woman's desire to please her man like no one else can. And satisfying your kinks are the perfect way to make her feel special, like a real woman. The BJ power play gets her excited about doing the freaky stuff you really want, then gets her addicted to it by using a type of trance language very few people outside of psychology research know about. And you will use it to heighten her senses and soak her panties no matter what she's doing. See, women are highly sensual. This is why they love pedicures, massages, scented candles, chocolate, etc. Anything that lights up the senses. So women are hyper-responsive to sensual language because language creates meaning. But women are especially sensitive in their mouths. Hence the phrase oral fixation, which almost always pertains to females. See, after all my research, I've found that almost every woman thinks of her mouth as an erogenous zone. This means you can use sensual code words and phrases to make her focused on her oral sense. If you've ever seen a woman get in the zone while giving head, she's moaning, sucking, drooling, gagging in a total daze, then you can get a woman to do all those dirty, wild things you've always fantasized about, which will make her super confident in her ability to please you, making her want to do it more and more. And since women are so competitive and love to trade notes on their sex lives, she might even start bragging to her friends and invite them over for a friendly competition on your cock, like the girl I mentioned earlier. So as you can see, the possibilities are endless when you know the BJ Power Play system. And I know that was a lot of information, so what's the next step? Well, you have three options. The first option is to do nothing. Option 2 is you can take all the information I just gave you and run with it. In fact, just knowing the basics of what we went over puts you ahead of most men. And if you want to uncover the rest of the system yourself, you can try to put the pieces together alone, like it took me 10 years to do. It'll be a harder, longer path of trial and error if you ever actually nail it. But the third option is the guaranteed fast track to blowjob heaven. Hundreds of guys from all backgrounds and experience levels are already using the most powerful and practical system to turn girls into their own dedicated blowjob junkies. And here's what they have to say. Michael, an engineer from Chicago, wrote, "Brian, I'm about a third of the way through the BJPP program, and I'm already getting the best head of my life from my wife of 5 years. The precedent tactics you laid out got her asking me if she was allowed to suck on it. Crazy, but so awesome. And it's not like my dick turned into candy or anything. It's the same one she's always known, just how she thinks about it has changed, like you said. Thank you, signed Michael." And Jeffrey in Lakewood, Tennessee sent me this message. "Hey Brian, I gotta brag. I recently met a hot little number at so-and-so bar in Nashville. She said she was a good church girl, but I used your stuff on her on our first date and been in heaven ever since. She a little she-devil. Really, the funny part is she said she never gone down on a guy before me. She's 22, I'm 35. Okay, that's awesome. And Thurman, a musician from Battle Creek who is 28, says, "Hey Brian, it's Thurman G. I have a question about my order. I got a ton of extra stuff in the members area. My order number is blah, blah, blah." Okay, so he's asking a question there. Then he gets into the feedback. "Anyways, I've been with my girl for 3 years and was thinking about popping the big question, but honestly lots of second thoughts because the BJ side of sex went dry like she was holding out on it. Won't explain the details, but man, thanks to you, you rescued our sex life. I'm getting satisfied on a daily basis now, and she seems to really love doing it. Seriously, me and my girl are like horny teenagers again, and I really think she's the one now that she knows how to give me what I want. I can't thank you enough. I owe you." Okay, that's great. But that's barely the tip of the iceberg because I get emails and messages every day from men saying the same thing. Because the BJ Power Play is a simple step-by-step system that teaches you how to program a woman's mind so she can't stop sucking you off and licking up your man milk and perfecting her performance to be just the way you like it. But let's be clear on what the BJ Power Play is not, because you've heard enough bullshit in your life. You've heard it all. Get buff, be smooth, make more money, spend more money. But has it gotten you what you want? My ultimate big picture goal is to see men and women form passionate, loving relationships so both of you are happy and satisfied. So here's a sample of what you can expect. In Module 16, I teach you predicament pacing. See, there's one huge barrier which stops 99% of women from acting on their sexual desires. This short step skips past it, releasing all her pent-up sexual energy on you. Now, if you're like me, you get turned on knowing she is turned on. Module 23 explains the control spiral to increase her arousal so much that giving you head gives her orgasms. Module 25 gets her to take the initiative and learn new techniques you've never experienced before. She'll be a self-starter, taking your pleasure in her hands and mouth every chance she gets. In Module 18, I reveal my patented, proven techniques to drive everyday conversation straight down blowjob boulevard without being awkward or sleazy. If you have trouble flirting, these tactics are a game changer. Now, Module 14, a simple mind trick to make her laugh while secretly implanting thoughts of sucking your cock. Remember, BJ Power Play is jam-packed with real techniques and tools you can use immediately. But I need to be honest, if you're not going to actually put this system into action, then go waste your time watching porno douchebags get their dicks sucked. This is only for guys who are serious about turning real women into blowjob junkies. Guys like David from San Diego, a married attorney who sent me this. Brian, I work 50 plus hours a week and having 2 teenagers in high school put a strain on things with the missus. I'm an attorney, so had my doubts about your oral obsession system too. But now this case is a wrap for me and my wife. Had no idea she could be such a freak. How in the hell did you figure all this out? And then I say, great to hear. Anything in particular that changed, which you don't mind sharing? He says, well, what I didn't know was how much she got off by pleasing me. She said she didn't know how. She always figured I was tired. I'm also sad to say I wasn't attracted to her very much anymore. Not physically, because she is attractive, but it was more so an energy thing, like she wasn't excited about my cock anymore, which bothered me. Well, we fixed all that. That's fucking awesome. All right, Aaron from Henderson, Nevada, who is single and 31, says, always consider myself a ladies' man, but BJPP, that's BJ Power Play, is from another planet. Nice. Started applying the Power Play tactics at clubs here in Vegas where I live, and I've gotten blown more in the past 2 months than in the last 10 years. Oh man, that's great. Okay, so if you really want your dick treated like royalty like these guys, then the BJ Power Play system is the only answer for you. Because here's what else you're going to get. Case study 7. We were supposed to see a movie for our first date, but instead she was moaning on the end of my cock minutes after coming to my door. This case study is all about mind warping the girl, skipping the small talk, and getting your dick in her ASAP. Case studies 3 through 5. 3 more case studies detailing the steps to frame your cock as a trophy she earns. This is crucial if you want her to not only suck your dick, but worship it. Then the sexual resonance formula in Module 27 will teach you specific words and phrases that trigger sexual thoughts in a woman by talking about sex and blowjobs in a way that makes sense to the female mind. Hey, want head from 2 women at once? It's actually easier than you think, as I show in Module 33. You will leverage natural female competition, so part of her worships your cock and wants to share it with her girlfriends, but another part wants to show off her ability to please her man. Now, you might be thinking I could charge thousands of dollars for this system, because it's already proven to work. And you'd be right, I could. Private coaching with me can cost thousands, and my schedule is full, which is why I'm making the BJ Power Play system available for a huge discount. I want to help as many guys as I can. Guys who don't want to wait to learn things like the stealth tactic in Module 19. See, many women secretly doubt their oral skills, discouraging them from even trying. Use this to build her confidence over 1 to 2 blowjobs so she sees it as a fun hobby she can master. Using the inclusion phrases in Module 21, you'll turn BJs into a bonding activity. But be careful if you use it on new girls, because this can make her fall in love with you. Now, if you want her to deep throat, take a facial, swallow, or let you get a little rough, but you worry she'll say no, you need to hear the verbal examples in Module 22 so you can start training her to be your personal porn star. Now, of course, head is great, but sometimes you want to get straight to sex. I break down 3 simple steps to get her so hot she's begging you to fuck her in Module 38. Your manhood has massive potential power over a woman. You can use your cock in negative ways to assault or scare a woman, but sharing your cock with a woman can also be an expression of love and passion. These 2 extremes mean that all it takes is your words and a couple easy moves to create any meaning you want for her. Module 37 is titled The Icon and ties this all together to create the ultimate meaning. Now let's be real. I could sell the BJ Power Play system for thousands, and you know men would buy it. But other guys might not be able to. Instead of charging as much as possible, but only reaching a small few, I'm lowering the price to reach as many men as possible while time lasts, but I'm making the deal even sweeter. So sweet it hurts, because I have some incredible supplemental material to speed up your results. Bonus 1. In the private PCR workshop video, you get an unprecedented look inside an elite alumni coaching program where I demonstrate the BJ Power Play sequence on video. Bonus 2, in the next video, I demonstrate the ER cycle, a super simple technique to turn up the heat once you get a girl alone. This technique is so consistent, I use it almost every time I meet a girl. Bonuses 3 and 4, how to get blowjobs, female psychology. This is a video course I created only for my inner circle. When women talk about sex, they almost always lie to filter out men who are not in the know. But in these videos, I show you what to watch for and how to listen, exposing real women and how they really think despite what they say. Bonus 5. Now this is a groundbreaking interview I did with Maria J., who was one of my real life blowjob junkies like I mentioned earlier. This interview goes long and deep. It's over 2 hours of Maria opening up, explaining exactly what to do and say to get a sexy woman like her addicted to sucking your dick. Now, she wasn't like that until she met me, but as I've explained, she had the potential. Bonus 6, I give you a bonus collection of detailed case studies showing more examples of how to get blowjobs fast from all types of women in many different situations and keep them addicted. In other words, the diet plan. I've also included my black book of dirty tricks, which is both a quick guide to review the material at a glance if you need a refresher, and I included some of my newest tricks and tactics, like how to make your cum taste good. This tested secret gives your semen a mild, sweet flavor women love. Food and supplements to double, even triple the size of your loads. See, once she tastes your cum, she'll crave as much as she can get on her face or in her mouth. And women love big loads because it shows that you're a virile, healthy man. I'll show you how to groom yourself so that you look sexual, clean, and healthy. Women are on high alert for red flags that you won't look or smell good down there. I include some fashion tricks to draw her attention to your cock and make her curious about your member. How to increase your sex drive so you get rock-hard boners as much as you want. I include games to make blowjobs more fun and exciting, plus some advanced kinky ideas I've tried and tested. Props, toys, role-playing, making videos, doing it in public. Be careful with that one though. S&M, 69ing, and some of my newest and best lines to make her drool for your dick. But I have an incredible deal for you today if you keep watching, because I want you to consider the $40 to $50 tab for a typical date you are expected to pay. Who knows how many dates it might take until she gives it up, only to find out she's just another girl who might go down on you here and there, but she's definitely not the BJ queen you fantasize about. And if you have a girlfriend or wife, you're probably even more frustrated because you already have a woman. But another mediocre session of sex bores you just thinking about it. Meanwhile, other guys get mouth massages from big-lipped blowjob vixens because I'm serious about helping you. I mean, we're talking about blowjobs, which is kind of funny, but I honestly think men start wars because they are sexually frustrated. What if men were less greedy and worried about making a buck at any cost because they were happy, relaxed, and sexually satisfied? I believe once you have the sex life you want and deserve, you will be a force for good. But since my coaching time is limited and it's tough to afford, the only way to get as many men access to this system is to drop the price so much you can't say no. So your investment in the BJ Power Play system will not be $1,000 today. It's not even going to be half that price. Only today and only from this presentation, your total investment in the BJ Power Play system, including all the bonuses, is just $47. So to lock in your super discounted price, look below this video right now. Click on the yellow button that says Buy Now. And here's the thing. Your purchase is on me. You do not have to make a decision right now because you're going to take advantage of my triple guarantee. I want you to try the BJ Power Play for a full 60 days. And if you don't get the results I promised, if you don't even like the font I use or my voice, if you're not 100% satisfied in every way, I will quickly refund your purchase price. No hassles, no worries, and we'll part as friends no matter what. Click the yellow button below for instant access. No delays, no waiting. And let's get you started in literally seconds. You'll have the BJ Power Play system at your fingertips inside the secure members area. And just to make sure your order is smooth and easy, I want to show you exactly what to expect after you click the yellow Buy Now button below. First, you'll be taken to our 100% secure checkout page, which looks like this. Checkout is easy and secure. Just fill in your details. You don't even have to provide an address. All purchases are discreetly billed and will show up on your statement as ClickBank, our chosen payment processor. one of the world's largest and most trusted payment processors, and secured with 128-bit encryption. Once you finalize the order, you'll be sent to the receipt page with the details of your purchase. From there, you can continue to the download area where you'll find all the videos, audios, documents, case studies, and bonuses included with the BJ PowerPlay program. Remember, life is short and you've been frustrated for far too long, so you can stay frustrated and pissed off because you're missing out on blowjobs. Look, there's no risk and you can only win here. Just try the BJ PowerPlay system on me for 60 days. Either you are thrilled and totally satisfied with all the world-class blowjobs you're getting every day, or you pay nothing. Plus, I will never leave you hanging. Either me or my support team will quickly get back to you with any questions you have. So you will always be taken care of. Look, this is an incredible deal and there's no risk to you unless you don't take action, and then you risk permanent frustration. But there's no reason for you to be frustrated anymore. Let's solve this now. There's only one move here. Claim your spot now, along with the massive discount and all your free bonuses, completely risk-free. And start getting your dick sucked the way you deserve. Just click the yellow button below right now. Hey, you still making up your mind? Let me answer some of the most frequently asked questions guys have for me about the BJ PowerPlay program, and hopefully I can answer some questions that you might have so you can make your decision. First question, how fast will this work for a busy guy like me? Well, most guys are busy and don't have a lot of time to study and practice this stuff like I did. And that's the point. I did all the hard work for you. I made the mistakes and perfected this over time because that's my job, to figure this stuff out and then help guys like you by saving you time. That's essentially what I do. I get you this kind of sex and love life you want without having to change your lifestyle. This system works fast. That's the point. If this were just about trial and error, it wouldn't be much use. So get your ass into the members area. I mean, it shouldn't take you more than an evening or two, and then you use it the next time you're with a woman. You might make a mistake, but your results will be much better than what you've gotten before. And it'll probably take a couple trials before you're able to do this on autopilot. But like I said, even if you get one of the steps not quite right, you're doing stuff that is so powerful and so different than the typical guy, women don't have a choice but to respond. Just like you don't have a choice to get turned on when you see a hot chick, women don't have a choice but to get excited when you do the stuff I teach you. So click the yellow buy button below and get started now. Question 2. Will it work if I'm overweight or ugly or over 40? Listen, no problem is so bad that this won't work, because the great thing about women is that they are turned on or off by how you think and act. Now, of course, it doesn't help to be a fat slob, and being especially handsome will give you a one-up, but that was the whole point of this system. It's to give normal and even ugly guys an advantage, and age doesn't matter at all. In fact, girls like older guys. I'm in my mid-30s and all my girls are under 25. Most of my students are average looking and some are downright fugly, and that hurt their confidence before they got my training. But once they learn what I'm about to teach you, they realize that their insecurity was all in their mind. See, this was made for regular guys, even guys that lack confidence because of their body or looks. So hit the buy button below and get started. There's really no risk. If it doesn't work for you, get your money back. Who cares? Okay, question 3. I'm in the friend zone. Will this help me out? Okay, short answer is yes. This is how to get out of the friend zone and never go back. See, what gets a guy in the friend zone in the first place is a lack of sexual presence and not knowing how to make a move and get physical with a chick. This program will solve both of those problems. Okay, question 4. Will this work if I already messed up my chances with a girl? Yes, because the great thing about women is that they just respond to what you do right now. Imagine if you knew a fat girl who lost a ton of weight and got dressed up. Then you saw her and thought she was sexy. It doesn't matter if she was ugly before, because now you're turned on by her. And women actually want you to turn them on. They want to get freaky with you. But if you seem like you can't take things to the next level, they'll move on. So you need to get this program as soon as possible so you can apply it to a girl you messed up with. So just hit that buy button now and get started. Why wait any longer? Question 5. How do I know this will work? Honestly, you can't know right now. The only way to know is to try it without any risk to you or your wallet. I stake my living and my pride on delivering the goods to my guys. This is my career and my passion. That's why I give you my rock solid, generous guarantee. I want you to put this system to the test so you can see for yourself that it works. In fact, I can talk all day about how great this is, but nothing can compare to you getting the program and using it so you can see for yourself. That's why it's risk-free. If you don't like it, just get your money back and you've lost nothing. Why wait any longer? Hit the buy button now and get started. Okay, question 6. How is this different from other sex or dating courses? Well, for starters, there is nothing even close to this system. Nothing, which is why I made it. All right, I'm a guy like you. I wanted to figure this out, and no guy has been crazy enough or committed enough to really try it. And if they have, they are not sharing this information because most guys don't do what I do for a living. If a guy knew this stuff, how would it benefit him to share it? Well, it benefits me in 2 ways. First, again, this is what I do for a living. Okay, I teach guys how to connect with women sexually and emotionally. So, this is how I pay my bills. But secondly, I'm not going to lie, I'm the kind of guy that needs to feel passionate and proud of what I do. I feel great knowing that I can deliver something amazing to you and have it actually work and change your life. That's way more important to me than money because, hey, I would probably be good at a lot of other jobs, but this is something I actually care about. Question 7. I don't have confidence because I'm sexually inexperienced. Will this still work? Hey, if you're still missing out on getting blowjobs and sex from women and you're lacking confidence, that's a cycle you can get trapped in because your lack of experience will prevent confidence, which prevents you from trying to get with chicks. So if you haven't been with many women, hell, if you're a virgin, that is why you need this. This is how to get out of your slump. And if you're a virgin, this is how to get over that hump as soon as possible. In fact, this is probably the fastest way to get a blowjob and sex that exists, period. A big part of your lack of confidence is simply that you don't understand women. If you did understand them, you'd know what to do and say to get what you want. Women want the same pleasures you want. They want to give you pleasure. It's like walking down the street with a blindfold on. You could walk into a sign and bump your head, trip and fall, or wander into the street. But if you take your blindfold off, there's nothing easier than going for a walk. And then you can actually enjoy what you see, go where you want to go, and connect with who you want to meet. This is just like that. I'm taking off the blindfold. And the cool thing is, most guys will still have theirs on. Even natural ladies men have on a blindfold. It's just thinner than the average guy. You will be the guy with no blindfold, seeing clearly, and operating at a much higher level than all the guys you have been jealous of before. So if you're a virgin or inexperienced, man, you got to get out of that cycle. You got to get out of that trap. Let's get over this hump. Hit the yellow buy button now and get started. There's no risk. You can get your money back if it doesn't work. Okay, question 8. Is it immoral or considered cheating if I use this? Well, first of all, it's not immoral. Everything I teach you is intended to give women a great experience. Women want to enjoy giving you blowjobs. Women want to feel sexy and intimate, and they want to play with you. So you're just teaching them how to enjoy it. You're just creating an opportunity and leading her through it. And you'll see that this is actually good for her because once you use the BJ Power Play once, you will see how much fun she is having and how much she wants to do it again. Now, is it cheating? Well, is it cheating if a woman wears high heels and a tight mini skirt and a push-up bra to look sexy for you? Hey, we all want to look sexy. We all want to turn our partner on. And that's all you're doing here. You're turning women on. Question 9, can I trust your guarantee? Hey, I know you don't know me personally, and you can't come to my house and threaten to beat me up unless I pay you back. But you wouldn't need to anyway because you're not trusting me. It's not my guarantee. It's ClickBank's guarantee. ClickBank is an online merchant that's been around for years and processes thousands of online transactions every day. They require a mandatory 60-day money-back guarantee, and I'm fine with that because this gives me the chance to prove what I can do for you. ClickBank is 100% reliable, so there's no reason to wait. Hit that yellow buy button and get started. Question 10. If it doesn't work, how do I get my money back? Okay, the great thing about ClickBank is their amazing customer service. All you have to do is call the customer service number or shoot me an email, which is provided with your purchase receipt, and your refund will be processed immediately. Question 11. Is my credit card safe and what will show up on my credit card bill? Your credit card is not processed by me, so don't worry about me taking your credit card and buying myself a new Ferrari, all right? ClickBank is the one who processes the transaction, and again, they are the standard in online transactions. It's like transferring money from one bank to another, and the only thing your credit card statement will show is a purchase from ClickBank. So that's all it says, ClickBank. So don't worry about anything embarrassing showing up. It's totally discreet. It only says ClickBank. Hit that buy button and start getting blown the way you really want. All right, let's do this. Okay, question 12. Will the techniques make me look weird? Well, first of all, you will be doing something weird in the sense that it's very different from how most guys operate, but in a good way. See, the thing is, you'll be thinking differently. What you actually do will come off totally natural and smooth. Have you ever seen a guy flirt with a woman with skill and charm? Now, most guys are not very smooth or charming, and when they try to hit on chicks, they're pretty awkward. So they look weird, even though they are acting typical or normal. See, it's actually the smooth, charming guy that is different. But to the woman, it looks natural. And to everyone watching, it just looks like he's got the knack for flirting. He's natural. And that's why you call a guy like that unnatural. Think of an athlete with great talent and technique. Is he weird? Well, he's different compared to the other average players. But when a great quarterback throws a perfect pass, you don't say, "Whoa, that was weird. What's wrong with him?" You say, "Wow, that was so natural and awesome. I want to see more of that." And that's how it'll be for women. Okay, question 13. Wouldn't it be better if I just made more money or got a nice car or hit the gym more? Hey, making more money and having a nice car is great. And women dig it when a guy has money and a nice car, of course. And of course, getting in shape will give you an advantage. But here's something you might not know. Women are more attracted to a man's ambition. So when a guy is passionate about a hobby or his job, that turns a woman on way more than his paycheck. I've actually trained tons of guys who make great money. My personal coaching is not cheap, but these guys came to me because they were struggling with women, even though they had money, all right? And I've heard so many women complain about guys with money who are lame, arrogant, or just totally lack any sexual presence. In fact, most women are repulsed by men who think that their wallet or their car can replace a personality. The other thing is, and this might be hard to believe, but it's been proven by tons and tons of studies on women, is that women aren't actually turned on by super buff guys. Sure, women like nice abs or strong arms, but if you're too ripped or too big, it actually turns women off. I know it's weird, but for women, it's all about a man's personality and how he carries himself. If she thinks you're a musclehead, she will assume that you care more about your appearance than what kind of man you are. Now, of course, there's nothing wrong with having muscles, but you don't need to be super, super buff. I know there's a ton of messages in the media telling you that you have to look a certain way or have certain things or have a lot of money, etc. But the truth is, if you want to be irresistible to women, you need to understand things that other guys don't. It's your mind that's important. And it can take time to get a higher salary or get that perfect body or save up for a car. But to learn some new skills and develop an understanding of female sexuality will take you only a few hours. It's easier, cheaper, and it's actually the thing that will get you guaranteed success, not the other stuff. In fact, if you don't learn what's in this program and instead focus on those other things like cars and money, you will struggle because you are lacking what really matters. Tell you what, check out the program, risk-free, and then go hit the gym or get a nice car. Question 14. Will this help me if I'm married or in a relationship? Yes, absolutely, because that woman already cares about you and loves you. Or, if it's just a girlfriend, she likes you, but she likes you a lot, right? That makes this even easier because you don't have to go out with her. You can use this tonight on the couch. You can be using this stuff within a couple hours. Okay, question 15. Will it work if I have a small penis or have trouble getting it up? Unfortunately, no. Go away. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Maybe that was mean, but I gotta have fun because that's what this is all about, having fun with women. Now, my real answer is yes, this will work if you have a small dick. Size matters way more to guys than girls because we've been brainwashed by porn to think that women get turned on by a huge dick. I'm very average and women love my cock. I've had students use this successfully after telling me they were worried about their size, and I've talked to tons of women about the size issue. 99% of women are totally happy with an average and even a below average size penis. What women really care about is the man that the cock is attached to. Women see your cock as an extension of you, a part of you, not some object that is either worthy or unworthy. Trust me on this. For a woman, knowing that she can please your cock like no other woman is all that matters. Now, as far as having trouble getting erections, that might be a mental issue or a physical one. A lot of guys seem to be experiencing this more nowadays because we are conditioned by porn, and that messes up the wiring in your brain so you aren't as responsive to real women. Also, it could be an anxiety issue. I'll be honest, I've had erection problems in my past, both because of porn and because of anxiety. And you know what got me past it? The very things I'm about to teach you. Hey, nothing cures a soft dick like an amazing blowjob. Hell, I still sometimes worry about getting it up with a new woman, and sometimes I'm stressed out and that makes it even worse. But I use the BJ Power Play system to teach women how to get me up and at them, so that builds my confidence and builds her confidence, and then we quickly reach that level of comfort and passion to where my dick won't go down around this woman. Hey, forget Viagra. This is the best way to get your dick at top performance because it fixes the mental issue and gets you the kind of stimulation you need to jumpstart your boner. In fact, I should probably start promoting this to guys with erectile dysfunction because this will cure that shit immediately. And even if you're slow to get it up when she's blowing you, the things I'm going to teach you to say and do will make her see your cock as a challenge and a prize. She will love having you in her mouth, even if you're having trouble relaxing and getting hard. So if you're worried about your size or getting hard, the BJ Power Play is the way to fix both issues on the deepest level so you never have to worry about it again, all right? So you don't need to wait and you don't need to struggle with this problem anymore. Hit that yellow buy button and let's get started now. Question 16. Who should not buy this? Well, since your dick is going to be in a woman's body, you need to be safe. If you have an STD, you need to use protection and make sure you are making safe decisions for yourself and the woman. Any guy who has evil intentions really needs to think about the potential repercussions here. Also, if you plan on hurting women emotionally, you're going to create some problems in your life. See, there are guys out there that have some deep insecurities or anger towards women, and they use sex and romance as a way to feed their ego or to even get revenge on women. I'm really hoping this is not you for two reasons. First, I want women to have good experiences with the guys I teach. I want a healthy, fun, positive connection for you and her. But also, guys who create drama by hurting women always deal with shitty karma. It's not some metaphysical cosmic thing. What happens is you develop a reputation, or at some point it bites you in the ass. Trust me, I've seen it happen. And the good news is this won't work very well if you're a bad dude who's out to hurt women anyway. The reason is your fuel for success is your masculine sexual desire, which is a good thing. The fact that you love women is sort of like the lubrication that allows the system to flow. If a woman turns you on and you only want to have a good time, then this will work perfectly. If you have an evil intention, it may work a little bit at first, but you'll struggle with the ramifications of being an asshole. It's just like nuclear power. You can use it to blow shit up, or you can use it as a power source. Okay, question 17. I don't want to be a player. I want a girlfriend who gives me great head. Will this work if I want something more serious? As I said, this will work on your wife, girlfriend, or any woman you meet, and it will create a bond between the two of you or strengthen what you already have. For women, sexual acts create intimacy and connection. And I've found that the easiest and fastest way to make a woman your girlfriend or strengthen the bond with your current partner is actually through blowjobs and sex. So if you want a woman to be your girlfriend, your best bet is to learn the BJ Power Play system. Question 18. Will this tell me what to say? And do I have to memorize anything? Okay, I give you tons of examples and techniques on what to say, but I also break down the principles behind the system in depth. So you can use my stuff at first and then develop your own style. The whole point is for you to express your sexuality as authentically as possible in a way that clicks with women. As you go through the material, you will automatically develop your own version of my techniques because you'll imagine yourself applying the principles. The BJ Power Play system will be on autopilot, totally natural after you do it once or twice, and then it'll just be a part of who you are. Question 19. Does this work on Hispanic or Asian or black women, etc.? Yes. I personally love all types of women, as you'll see in the case studies. I love Asians, Latinas, black women, and white women. I've used it on all types, and I've not seen a difference. In fact, I haven't seen a difference between religious girls, girls who have had strict upbringings or seem to be good girls. I haven't seen a difference from country to country. I've traveled a lot and applied this with women from different countries. See, it bypasses all that cultural conditioning. A woman's race is totally irrelevant. Women universally respond to certain male behaviors, and they all have the potential to become BJ queens. And and they all have the potential to become blowjob junkies. And to be honest, it's a total toss-up as to who's best at blowjobs. So if you want to play the field, I urge you to try them all and get back to me, all right? But seriously, if you're with one woman and she's a certain race or comes from a certain background and she seems to not be into blowjobs, then you need the BJ Power Play system before another minute goes by. So hit that yellow buy button now. Let's get started. It's risk-free. What the hell are you waiting for? Okay, question 20. How do I get access to the material? Well, I already kind of showed you this. It's super simple. All you got to do is hit that buy button. All the material is hosted online in a secure members area, which you will be taken to as soon as you complete your purchase on the next page. Hit that buy button, you go to the purchase page, fill in the information, you're all set. If you know how to use a mouse and a keyboard, you can get through the material in a matter of hours. Your purchase ensures you can have access anytime and download the material to review at your convenience. Okay, question 21. Can I still get access later if I want? Okay, like I said before, I'm not sure how long I can keep up this presentation. Often with sexual material like this, people try to get it censored and taken down. So hopefully that won't happen, but it probably will. And if it does, there won't be any warning. It'll just be gone and I'll have to figure out what to do about it. As far as the price goes, I'm offering it at a huge discount right now. The point of a discount is that it can only be for a limited time. I know what guys are really willing to pay for this, and that's the normal price, which is much, much higher. I'm running a promotion right now to give more guys the chance to access this material, but I can only offer the discount for a limited time. Once that time is up, you won't be able to get the discounted price or the bonuses. Several of the bonuses are good enough to be programs themselves sold separately. I'm only giving them away right now to sweeten this deal so much that the decision is easy and it's a no-brainer. I can get it into as many hands as possible, and there's motivation for you to buy it now before, like I said, those internet censors, those Nazi assholes take it down. Look, I wish I had this program and these amazing bonuses when I was a teenager. But if I did, I wouldn't have taken the path that led me here today with you. There's no reason to wait. If you wait, you miss out on incredible blowjobs from women or from that one special woman you have in mind. If you act now, you get more, better blowjobs and red-hot passion in your sex life with your wife, girlfriend, or any girl you date. Hell, you can use this to get a blowjob from a girl you meet tonight at the bar. You can use this to get a blowjob from your wife within a few hours, and you can look forward to amazing blowjobs for the rest of your life. There is no risk and no reason to wait. None. Hit that buy button and get started now.